And we'll take you now to Capitol Hill, where lawmakers held a controversial hearing on homegrown terrorism. Critics say it's meant to demonize Arabs and Muslim Americans as a group. They call it a witch hunt, comparing it to the search for communists during the McCarthyism craze of the 50s. Congressman Peter King of New York declared that American Muslims are doing too little to help fight terror in the U.S., and he calls it a logical response to recent warnings from the White House. A leader in Detroit's Muslim community is closely watching the hearing. He shared his thoughts with Action News reporter Val Clark.
An entire religious group is being put on public trial. This is completely un-American. I think Thomas Jefferson right now is rolling around in his grave.
He can't believe his ears, but the head of the Council on Islamic-American Relations is not just listening to a congressional hearing on domestic terrorism. Daoud Walid traveled to Washington and presented this written testimony. He and others, including Michigan Congressman John Dingell, compare the hearings to those held during the McCarthy era, specifically because it's concentrating solely on the alleged actions of Muslim men while ignoring others by individuals and groups.
If there's going to be a hearing talking about domestic terrorism and radicalism, that it should also encompass the other 94% of domestic terrorism that Muslims have absolutely nothing to do with.
Keir believes these hearings are not only designed to be one-sided, but that they have a specific agenda.
You know, the Ku Klux Klan is the most notorious terrorist organization in America. So given the rise of domestic terrorism from these right-wing groups, we feel that it's irresponsible that Representative King would ignore the majority of terrorists who reside in America and using the Muslim community as a political football to gain cheap political points.
From Southfield, Val Clark, Channel 7, Action News.